First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Come on, set! Hey, check Mega! Check Fury! Check Hunt!
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Got it?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Strike! Strike! Hey, don't steal!
First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Off of play action, here's Lance. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. Taking it right down Broadway. 30, 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there at one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Trying the right side with Mitchell. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. First down, here's Mitchell. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
On the counter, Mitchell. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ultra.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Okay, ready? Ram, cycle.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel. 31 yards. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a solid run down inside the 30. 2nd down and 3. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Strike. Check. Strike. Hey, go
Right back to Mitchell on second down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now a play fake. Lance. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Here we go, set, striker, 3-3. Check 2. Ready?
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Strike, strike. Look, 52. Ready.
Here's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. Davis Price gets this one out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Check, man.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Certainly not what the offense wanted down here, going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, well, look who got involved. I mean, when you got a strong safety who can drop into the box, never needs an invitation to be one of those guys in run defense, does he? Wakes up every morning just a little bit ticked off.
Lance looking to throw it. Drops this underneath for Davis Price. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Lance and company going on 4th down. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. The 20. 10. 5. And they will score. A pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw, it's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Fields on first down. Open man downfield. It's Ross. He's got it. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. A final shot before half for Lance. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And some room to run now. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with now 3 week 1 touchdowns. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
On the set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Set, hut.
They run over center, and the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from them pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. Touchdown, Bears! John Ross. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Santos with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Lance going to try to throw for this. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored.
There he goes, left side. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Justin Jones there on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Lance now to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Jones on the return. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one play touch. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Throwing again on second down. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
A read option. Here's Montgomery. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They snap it to Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. From 13 yards out. And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Come on,
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Up the middle, here's Sermon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here we go.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Now Lance. Got his target, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Davis-Price up the middle. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, ready.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Play action, now it's Lance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Set. Go. Stand. Check you.
Desperation time here. Lance.
Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Ah, man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown.
Danny Gray.
His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken at about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Here's Fields.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Bears!
Darnell Mooney.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bears up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Let's go now.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check right. Okay, go steal.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Jones on the return. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Throwing again is Fields. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
The CD always a little extra excited.